All right, good morning, guys. So let's see what's happening this morning as crypto continues to make a insane uprise. The hut is becoming a more and more beautiful investment every day. I sold a lot of my Litecoin as Litecoin kept flying yesterday. But of course, it wasn't just Litecoin; it was pretty much all these guys, right? So all the cryptos, you can see even Bitcoin Cash has a pretty strong leg up. Um, but the most important, of all of them, our boy Bitcoin, which I'm not sure why it's not on my list right here for some reason, did an amazing move. Bitcoin and Ethereum have been the power players. Ethereum being at 4,800 finally, and Bitcoin hitting 68,000, which is pretty much its new all-time high. Right, so Bitcoin's creating a lot of millionaires out there. A lot of millionaires out there. Good to have you, Ellie. Aether, I don't play with anymore because I've lost a lot of money on that before. So I was like, fuck that. I am in on DPW that I have right here. I already sold quite a position of DPW. I believe I had 1,000. I sold 600. Um, yeah, I bought 900 and 100 before. I had 1,000 of it, and then I just sold 600 yesterday at 232, and I have 400 left with an average of 212. Let's see where it keeps going. If it comes below 215, I'll buy again and I'll reload on what I sold already. But 222 is too close to where I sold it, so I'm not gonna buy right now. Naked also, I made a play on. I already sold Naked as well. Let's see, and here we are. Right, that was a huge jump on Naked, right? So I had 1,000 shares of Naked that I bought at 70 cents. I sold 200 of it at the 72 cents. And then just yesterday, 300 of it I sold at that big jump up to 97 cents. These penny stocks are the pride and love of day trading, right? Because it's like freaking awesome. You can make thousands very quickly if you bought enough copies of a share. Like had I bought 10,000 shares, which is very easy to do when it's a penny stock, then you can make a lot more. Now I see it's still lingering up here at the same price range, but I wouldn't want to buy more of it here. And I did see Naked did go up to $1 yesterday, but I don't think it'll go much more than that right now. Yeah, no, it didn't do anything. It didn't do anything. It just went to the a dollar, and then that's a lot. It's great. I'm happy with it. It's a pretty big jump, if anything. I did get in at a good price, and generally speaking, it looks like with Naked, anytime you're in at the 60-cent range, you're set for the next time it'll go up. Right? That's what you want to do with penny stocks. You want to kind of like look back at what is the general normal level for that stock. Where does it usually sit around before it spikes? Right? No point in buying it after it spikes. So yeah, I've made the play on Naked and DPW. That was definitely good. Today we're looking at a couple of things. So we've got Crowd. I'll be watching BITO. I'll be watching, right. ASAN, another one that I haven't traded this before, but I'm going to try it out, see how this looks. I probably won't get in the trade myself, but I'll keep an eye on it. And then Lucid is another one I personally don't tend to trade myself, but it's been looking pretty good. So it might be worth the play today as well. And that's generally all there is for now. There's not much else happening. There's just too much movement with a lot of things. Like today, I'm gonna be waiting on this Google contract. So I did buy one contract of Google yesterday, but now I can buy more of it because it's down to 75 cents. So I probably will. I'll probably average this down, but just with one more, see how that goes. Um, because Google's been quite a power player lately, right? So if it comes back to the 3,000 again, I'll probably cut even on this and sell it. But let's see how that goes, because that after I got it, it didn't really make much move, and then it actually fell down a little. But it's got some nice support. I like the 2960 range, so I do want to play around with this. I was part of this ride too, but not the whole ride. This big jump where it went from 2895, basically from 2,900 to 3,000. But I was in and out, so I did make good returns there, and I'm playing with those profits right here. Um, I still got my Pfizer puts, which was really just a gamble based off of the fact that fiber always falls eventually, but it hasn't really started falling yet. Still holding pretty well up there at the $48 range. I want to see this fall to like 40 pretty quickly, so hopefully it will today. It was falling yesterday morning, but then it just came back up a little bit and just stayed pretty pretty level. But it has fallen again today too, so I'm hoping that it'll fall pretty heavily, and I can just heavily average down on my. Let me see, did I already? Yeah, I averaged down yesterday already, right? So I averaged down quite a bit. I bought 10 contracts at 8 cents, sold them at 10 cents. That brought my average down a lot. Um, I haven't been able to sell these 5 contracts that I bought at 17 cents. And now that it's 6 cents, like I could literally buy 100 contracts at 6 cents, extensively lower my average. And then if by some magic Pfizer just starts to like severely dip, I'll be earning quite a bit on those 100 contracts. So I'll see what I do based off of that later on. Facebook was weird yesterday as well. It started falling, which basically gave people another opportunity to get back on their contracts that they hopefully did sell when it was up. Because the call that I've been getting is the Facebook 400 call. I can't remember if it was for February or more recent. I think it's December expiration. But Robinhood not trying to cooperate right now. Yeah, see, it is pointing back up again. They come back up a tiny bit, but you could see yesterday it was dying basically. Right? It was coming down the whole time. A lot of red candles there, but and it has space to fall a little more, so I wouldn't buy a heavy position right here. But I would want to get back in on this contract, right? So this has been pretty successful for me. Like I even bought 10 contracts at 1.94, which I was able to then slowly get rid of at 2 and 210. So now I can see this going back up to 2 again. And this is for the, what's the expiration? December 17th. Yeah, so this is with like a lot of time too. So this is the contract I prefer to get if I'm going to be making Facebook plays. And Facebook looks like it's, I could have probably just bought yesterday at the end of the day, but I didn't get a chance to. But Facebook does look like it's ready for a play to go back upwards. So we'll see how this looks like at 9:30. HUT just hit a 52-week high. Of course it did. I should be up like almost 300% on that. Yeah, HUT is beautiful. It's better than Mara, Riot, BITF, and BTCM and all those other crypto-related stocks. I had 100 of it, and I sold 70 of it at 859 because I thought that was high. But that was actually when it was up 100% because I bought it for 425. So selling it at 850 was literally double, right? So it being up 100% was a good time to sell a good amount of it. But now it's almost up 300%, which is freaking brilliant. That was a very good IPO for people to join. Very good IPO. 425 is my average. That's crazy. So, this is just going to keep growing. And then when crypto starts falling, I can buy puts on it. But for now, crypto is on quite the bull run. So we'll let it keep running. Let me see. Why is this not to my list? Must have removed it from my list somehow. Cryptos to watch. It is on the list. Oh, maybe I just couldn't see it. Okay. Yeah, so now all that's left to see is Dogecoin actually make a play. I've got a pretty heavy stake in there, but it keeps fluctuating. I've been buying and selling. I did buy here. I bought 2,000 at 26 cents because the chart was looking like it's about to have a bit of a breakout. And of course, 3 cents up, I sold half of it, but then it came back down. So, we're here. I'm still above the 26 I bought these 2,000 at, but not that much anymore. But it's all good. We'll wait and watch. I wouldn't buy a heavy position on here anymore because my average is already pretty high. So the only heavy positions I would buy now is if it comes down to like under 20 cents. Then I would get a pretty heavy position on it. And wait for it to jump up to above 30 again. But yeah, this average of 29 cents was created when it was having its previous run right here somewhere. Yeah, because it did this here. I sold. I was very happy. Sold it at like 32 cents. And then it started falling, and then I thought it was going to now do the second jump up because it started coming back up towards 30 cents again. But it didn't. It just died. But I did pick up more right here somewhere. And I should have heavily averaged down again here on the 19-cent area. I'm not sure why I didn't. It probably just didn't come to my mind. That would have been amazing, picking up a lot of it at 19 cents. But yeah, I think that's basically all my updates. So now what I did notice yesterday was that when I am live, I can't really be trading too because then I could be trading, but then I don't get chances to actually send out the alerts of the plays I'm making. So I'm going to keep the live sessions mainly for like coming and updating people on what's happening, letting them know, what the concepts are for everything, what the plays are going to be like, what happened with plays yesterday. And we all kind of saw what happened with plays yesterday. I mean, it was pretty embarrassing, but not too embarrassing. I had AMD contracts. Let's go take a look at that. I had AMD contracts that I actually bought Friday because Friday I saw AMD pull back a little bit, right? So last week, AMD was going crazy, and then I bought contracts at the end of the day on Friday, and man, did it start flying yesterday. So if we look at the history here, let's take a quick peek at what's happening. So I bought, let me see, yeah. All right, so we got, what is it, sell, buy, sell, 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 sell. Oh, right here. Right, so I bought 10 contracts at 1.94 for a $142 call, and I bought two more here, but then I was able to sell those two. I bought two more here, and then I was able to sell those two. I was scalping here and there as well, trying to make my average come down also. And then came Monday morning, which was yesterday, and it started skyrocketing upwards. So I started trimming. I sold 8 of them at 250. I held two runners. I was able to sell one more at 3, but then it started coming back down. So you can see I sold my last one again at 2.6, which is higher than the original 8. And then after that, that contract suddenly flew all the way to $11. That was a pretty hard hit. That was really hard to get over. Because of course, like it's always more fun to cry when you actually, crying with profits. Like I had profits, I didn't lose money, I made money, but I could have made so much more. So when I sold it, it was like right here somewhere, and then it went all of a sudden jumping like no tomorrow to $11. That was beautiful. That's the first time I've ever actually bought contracts that flew that high. So I was pretty proud about having done it and like bought that call, but then at the same time I was pretty upset that I sold so early. But I think the only lesson to take away from that was that leave one runner no matter what. Like I had no reason to sell that last one at 2.6 because I already sold and made a lot of profit. So the worst thing that can happen is that one starts coming back down to a negative. It's okay. It will just be one contract. I could take a little bit of red on that one contract. But if I had let it run, I would have probably sold it when it got to like 6 or 7, and that would be a lot. One contract to sell at $7 is $700. That's pretty good. And that's the little lesson I wanted to share from yesterday. Now the plays I'll be making today, I'm gonna get back on the Discord server. I'm gonna start posting them as soon as I get in. I'll actually post a screenshot of my entry so you can see my average and how many contracts I bought, how heavy I'm going, stuff like that, and any other concepts that come in. I'll make sure to alert those. So with 15 minutes left, go ahead and make your coffee, go take your piss break, get ready, and let's meet up on the Discord and kick some ass. Thanks a lot for joining, guys. I'll see you guys on the Discord.